Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to Aries TV 33. This is Marley Nadine, and today I'm coming with a self-help video, I guess is what I would call it. So today the subject is staying on task and not getting distracted, which is an issue for everybody. Obviously, it's weird to go into a new year during a Mercury retrograde because there is a lot of miscommunication and details that can be lost, in translation during the period of Mercury retrograde. So it was really difficult going into a new year with a Mercury retrograde. It wasn't as intense as they usually are, but there was a lot of miscommunication, technological difficulties and things of that nature. But Mercury has went direct starting today. It's still in its shadow period, but it should be a little bit easier for everybody to kind of focus in on whatever it is that they wish to accomplish. So the main thing that I wanted to talk about is getting distracted. And there's a number of different ways we can get distracted, but I want to go a little bit deeper into it and into the root of why people get distracted and where it's necessarily coming from. So when you have a goal and you have something in mind that you want to accomplish, there's always going to be people, places, and things that come that basically come into your situation to kind of distract you from getting to the end goal. So basically when things like this happen, you have to see it for what it is. In this world, there's light and there's dark energies, and when you have a goal in mind and you are working really hard to achieve that goal, there's always going to be dark energies and things that come around to distract you from your end goal. So it's really important to stay focused and to actually know what it is when it comes around. So a lot of the times this can come in the form of a friend, an associate, maybe a party, it could be a number of things. It's not necessarily any one thing in particular, but let's use an example. Let's use in a situation. Okay, so let's say, for instance, you are on your way to an audition and somebody calls you and they're like, oh my God, we have this huge party that we're throwing, and I'm just using examples. Let's say Chris Brown's gonna be there. Oh, da 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 da. And then all of a sudden, this groupie switch in you flips on, and you just have a feeling of oh, maybe I can meet Chris Brown. Maybe I can hang out with Chris Brown. But I mean, even though that's cool and he's a really great person and all, it's not in line with your goals. It's not in line with what you have going on. So learn how to not get distracted. It's very hard. And okay, so here's another form of distraction. Say for instance, you're having a really good day and you get a phone call and you look down at your phone and the light turns green and somebody's behind you honking like a maniac, and they pull up on the side of you and they're like, you stupid bitch, you dumbass hoe, or you idiot, and just start going in on you, and you're kind of just where is this coming from? What did I do to do this? And then you get caught up in it and you start yelling back at this person. Then you get on the phone and then you hop on the phone and you start talking on the phone about what this person did to you. So now not only did this person throw you off of basically take you out of your good mood, but they also distracted you and changed the course of your day. So instead of going to your yoga class, you're so pissed off, you pull over on the side of the road, you call your mom back home and you're talking to her about everything that happened, yada yada yada. And what you're doing is you're consistently keeping negative energy going and going and going. But sometimes you have to see it for what it is. You have to see it as, okay, this is the universe trying to keep me on my toes. Don't even see it as something bad, because the world is about polarity. It's about dark and light. It's about balance. The world is not about, just always being happy and always, having things your way. Most of the time, every single thing that you are faced with is a test, a form of a test, a form of an opportunity for you to make a decision, to choose. So it's really important to basically make the right choices that align with what you have going on. So, yeah, let me see. What else do I got? So it's important to just stay focused and keep your mindset on like what exactly it is that you want to accomplish and that you have set in mind, because when you let people and situations and things like that distract you from like your end goal, then that's when it's just like even harder to get back on track. And, everybody has their own things in mind, and it's okay sometimes to say no, like I'll pass on this, or yes, I'll like go to this or whatever. Like the power to make a choice is the one of the biggest powers that we have. And more importantly, it's important to know that, that even bad things that face us are allowing us the opportunity to make a choice so that we can align with our higher purpose instead of getting thrown off track by small distractions and things like that happen to us. So even though I'm kind of like in a daze right now, I know what I'm talking about. I'm very much in a daze because I stayed up last night and drank wine and fell asleep kind of late, but you know what happens. So yeah. This is just really beautiful. I'm here. I took a hike behind the Hollywood Hills, and it's pretty. There's beauty everywhere, but I just wanted to make this video to let everybody know that when there are distractions and when there are things that occur and things that happen, make a choice that is aligned with your end goal. You know what I mean? Don't get distracted by anything. And actually that happened to me twice this week. I got completely distracted, and I have a really big goal, and I'm really like super motivated about it, but I found myself in this Mercury retrograde like not caring about details, not caring about details in general, just for a moment in time, and getting thrown off of course a little bit, but going right back in and getting back on course. So it's important to just stay focused and look at everything as it is, as a challenge or a tiny obstacle or something, but don't put too much emphasis on it being negative. Just know that this is like universal test to allow you to make a choice, and it happens to the best of us, it happens to the worst of us, it happens to all of us. But if we can, instead of being in the road rage situation and going crazy, if we could just look at it for what it really is and kind of just like laugh it off, then that would be okay, because who knows, maybe you laugh it off or say something really nice or just smile at the person or whatever, and it kind of throws them off, and they're like, you know what, wow, maybe I'm overreacting. So a lot of the times, like, you have to just act accordingly to how you want people to act towards you. And even when people throw you off, like I said, like, it can be a complete throw off and it can tear you out of your character, but it's important to stay true to your character. And if you're a kind person and you intend on, getting things your way, then continue to be kind. Don't get thrown off. And it's so funny how phrases and words and things, because people think words are not a big deal. I have a video on here called The Power of Words, and words are the biggest deal. Words are spells. Words like hold vibrations and hold meanings to people, and that's why people are hurt from things that people say. So if you can say something to brighten somebody's day or make somebody feel better, or to just change the course of your own day, like instead of feeding yourself self-defeating like phrases and words and things like that, instead feed yourself, oh look, there's crows. Crows are my spirit animal. There's 2 of them. Oh, where are they at? They're so cool. I'm sorry. I had to share that because they came to make a little appearance for my video. Oh, they're so cute. I'm sorry, I love crows, but yeah, back to what I was saying, getting distracted. That was a good distraction. I love that distraction. To me, that was just like Spirit telling me, like, I got your back. I got you. So I'm like, yeah. But anyways, so don't get distracted. See things for what they are. You know, it's just like little tests to see, like, you know, are you going to let this throw you off of your course? Are you going to let that throw you off your course? Are you going to just be A1 and stay on top of your shit? Because it's really, really important. And this is not a structured video. It's very like free talk. So please excuse me if it seems like I paused and did all this stuff or whatever. But I appreciate you guys tuning in to Aries TV 33. Stay on course. Don't get distracted. Even though, you know, we have to practice what we preach. And I am doing so now. Even though I'm getting distracted by little things because I'm out in nature and I freaking love animals. And when I was looking off to the side, like a number of times, there were a number of fluffy, beautiful, cute little doggies. And I was just so into them. So, you guys stay on course, stay on task. If it's positive, promote it. If it's negative, ignore it. And just keep on pushing. I hope you guys have a wonderful second week of January 2017 out of Mercury retrograde. And hit me up in the comments, subscribe to me, hit me up on Twitter at Marley, MARL33. Ask me some questions and like, let's just be friends. I'm down for you guys. I'm down for humankind in general, and I love you guys. And anything I can tell you guys to help you guys and to help myself in turn is the greatest thing that I can do in this life today, right now. I love the internet. I love you. Thank you for tuning in to Aries TV 33.